You guys are really going to get to know me because some of these questions I never even tell any of my friends. My worst sex experience. It was truly an L for me. That was like the biggest L I've ever taken in my life. Get away from me. Hi besties, if you're new here, I'm Shar. Welcome back to today's episode. I am here with my bestie Cinnamon Roll, aka Cream Top, which is what I named her. The reason why my Cream Top is here with me today is because she is my emotional support doll, because today I will be answering questions that make me visibly uncomfortable. If you want to let me know what other topics you want me to talk about in my next videos and my videos hanging with strangers, then make sure to comment or follow me on Instagram. I always ask you guys over there as well. Okay, enough stalling. First question, we're gonna start it off simple. When did I have my first kiss? I actually had my first kiss when I was 19 years old. Backstory, I grew up in Missouri, which is a predominantly white area, so I never dated. I never really touched a guy there. No guy really wanted to be with me because I was an Asian girl. And then I moved to New York for college, and that is when I went wild. There's so many Asian people. I felt really good about myself. I felt hot, like people wanted to be with me. I got my first kiss within like the first week of me moving to New York. Clearly, your girl was deprived, okay? I really wanted that bad. Let's just get on to that second question, is when did I lose my V card? I lost my V card to the same guy that I had my first kiss with the exact same year. Let me just say that my first time experience was not a good one at all. Actually, it was very traumatizing. So you guys first need to understand who this guy is. We're gonna just call him Model because he was a model. The way I met Model is because at this point I was already doing social media, and Model and I had started following each other because I thought Model was cute. He was very much your stereotypical bad boy vibe. He was like all tatted. I think he was like 24 years old at this time. So older guy, I was like,
yes, give it to me right now. I am down bad.
So me and Model are DMing on Instagram, and immediately Model was just the biggest red flag F-boy. He was like, come over, I want to see you, like let's hang out. And it was clear that he didn't mean like come over, let's go on a little date and let me buy you a dinner. He means come over and let's Obviously, that was when I had my first kiss, was when I first met Model in person, but I told him I was a virgin, so I was not going to have sex with him. But Model was a very persistent man, so we ended up staying friends, like a situationship low-key for the next few months. But Model would always flirt with me. He would always ask me to hang out with him. And you know, as someone who was down bad for him and had never dated before, I honestly thought like he wanted to date me. I was like, oh my God, Model likes me so much, okay? Because I didn't even do it with him. I only kissed him, and he still wants to see me all the time. Now here's a lesson for you girlies. That is just not the case most of the time. I ended up sleeping with Model because Model was just like, yeah, I want you to come over and I want to. And I was like, you know what? I'm down because I'm ready to get this experience over with. So I went to Model's place at 1 p.m. It was raining, and I was standing outside his place, and he was not answering his phone for a good like 10-15 minutes. So I end up leaving because I was like, okay, you know what? He's not answering me. And as I'm walking away and like heading to the subway, I get a text from Model being like, oh my God, sorry, I took a nap. You can come up.
Bruh.
And you know what? I would never do this now, but I did end up going.
Bruh.
I went up. And yeah, me and Model hooked up, and after that, it was never the same. He was so cold to me. Afterwards, he literally did not say a single word to me. The only thing he actually said to me was, hey, can you go wash my laundry for me? Yeah. And then after that, me and Model never became friends again, and I blocked him on everything, and that's the story. Very romantic, very sweet. Just kidding. Do not recommend dating models in New York City. Next question is, do I shave my kitty? I only shave it sometimes if I really need to, but genuinely I am kind of scared of the process of shaving my kitty, so I go get it waxed. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this in previous girl talks. Is it very painful? Yes. Does it also cost a lot of money? Yes. So why do I do it? I don't know. I'm just so scared to shave my kitty. Also, no, actually, when I do shave my kitty, it does not feel good once it grows out. Like once it grows out, the hair is so stiff and prickly, and it's so itchy, and I hate it. So yeah, I'm team wax. I have been thinking about if I should get it laser removal, but I did hear that that is very, very painful, like 10 times worse than getting it waxed. So I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. Okay, this next question is very tea. It's, have I ever been with a girl, and would I ever get with a girl? I feel like most girls, when you're going out to the club or something, or you get a little drunk, you always just kiss the girlies. So I've kissed all my girlfriends, and I have made out with girls at the club. I don't know what it is, but when I go to the club and I make out with a girl as opposed to a man, I feel really good. But when I make out with a man at a club, I get so icked out. Like the next day I'm like, ew, why did I do that? I am in a very happy, healthy relationship with my boyfriend, so I will not be making out with anybody else. But if I were single, I would definitely still get with girls. Okay, we're getting a little vulnerable with this next question, and it's, what are my insecurities? So I have a life coach, and we were literally just talking about one of my biggest insecurities, which is people not liking me for me. Which I know that a lot of people have this insecurity, but for me, it really hits hard in every aspect of my life, because growing up, and I've said this already, that I grew up in a predominantly white area as an Asian girl. And in my teenage years, I never felt like I fit in. I always wanted to hang out with certain groups, and I wanted to be popular, and I wanted to be seen. And you know that feeling where you're talking to someone and they are nice to you, but they're not like genuinely being nice to you. They low-key think you're weird for talking to them, or they're like fake nice to you in person, but they would never actually want to be friends with you outside of the classroom. That was like my entire middle school, high school experience. That really translates to me now. Like, I overthink every conversation I have with people. Whenever I meet anybody, whenever I text anybody, I am constantly wondering if they actually like me or they think I'm annoying them. And a lot of times in big group settings, I am so quiet because I just don't feel like I belong. When I'm one-on-one, I'm perfect. I can talk to you, but I'm still gonna overthink if you actually like me. But yeah, if you ever see me in group settings, I will not be talking. That's why I do my series, Hanging with Strangers, and bringing other creators on here and talking to them, because it really does help me and it helps this insecurity. And I also hope that it helps you guys as well. So let's get through it together, shall we? What is the most recent lie that you've told that no one knows about? Okay, the first thing that can pop in my head, which I do this pretty often, is, let's say you're hanging out in a group setting and afterwards people want to still hang out or get dinner, but I don't because my social battery is done. I will make up an excuse and be like, oh no, I think I'm just gonna go home and chill. But in reality, I am gonna get dinner with my boyfriend. I just don't want to get dinner with you. And it's nothing personal. I just, literally my social battery is done. So if I did go get dinner with you, I would not be talking to you and it would not be a productive hangout. But honestly, now that I think about it and now that we're conversing about this, as you guys are like my therapist, I'm starting to think that it might just be better to be honest with them, because what if I am just getting dinner with my boyfriend and then they see us out and they're like, wow, you lied to me about that. Like, you're a terrible person. So yeah, I should probably just be honest about that. Ooh, we're at the big one, which is, what is my body count? Oh, you know what? I have no problem actually saying it truly. The number is, wait, what's the number? That guy, 30-year-old, duh, and then duh. Am I missing anybody? I think that's it, right? Okay, my body count is 12. It is what it is. Your body count is your body count. I don't really think that defines you. I don't even think that's like a crazy thing to talk about. I mean, if your body count is like 100 plus, like damn, but I guess you do you, you know? But for me, my body count's 12. I was single, doing my thing in New York, and that's that. The next question is, what's the biggest change that I've noticed in my life recently? It doesn't feel like it, but when I think about it, there have been so many changes to my life ever since I graduated. I moved to LA, had to make a whole new set of friends. I'm doing social media full time. But I think the biggest change is recently, I feel like I am getting closer to truly finding myself and knowing who I want to be as a person. When I was in New York in school, there's so much going on. Life is so fast paced that sometimes you don't even have the time to sit back and be like, okay, who is Charlize? What do I need in life? What do I like in life? Now LA is a bit more quiet and I have a lot of time to sit in my thoughts. And I know I'm still really young. I'm 23 years old and I'm gonna have those periods in my life multiple times. But truly this year, like moving to LA in my new place has really taught me to figure out who I am as a person. Next question is, do I think doing what makes me happy, but it doesn't make your parents happy, a good life to live? You are still your number one priority and you need to respect yourself and choose things for yourself and not choose paths based on what other people want for you. That was one of the toughest pills to swallow for me personally, as someone who has always been taught to respect family and respect what your family thinks. Our parents and our families grew up in a different time period. They also learned things way differently, but ultimately this is your life, and if you're doing something that genuinely feels like it is helping you and helping you grow, then you gotta do what you gotta do. Next question is, do I might bleep that out because I don't know if I can say that on here, but you know what I mean. Short answer, yes, I do it. What's the worst time I was catcalled in public? I actually have a story that happened literally yesterday. I actually talked about it on my Instagram broadcast, but I was at the eyebrow salon, okay? I got my eyebrows done as a girl does, and I was waiting for a car to pick me up because I don't have a car in LA yet. I'm just a girl. I was waiting outside for my car, and as I was waiting outside, this man comes walking in front of the fence and he's looking at me. He's not just like looking at me in a friendly way. He's looking at me with some predatory eyes. Like they were big and they were bloodshot, like looking at me like, of course, he has to stop right in front of me. He leans on the fence looking at me with like the bloodshot eyes, like, and I was like, frick, man. I was looking at my phone. I never tried to engage or anything. And he goes,
Do you guys give massages here?
I do not say anything. And he's like,
Well, if you do, I would show up for you to give me a massage.
Get away from me. Not all men, but it's always a man. It's always a man. Okay, we have 2 more questions, guys, and then we're done. Who was my favorite and least favorite person to collaborate with? I honestly am so grateful to everybody who is willing to collaborate with me. I always say it takes a lot of confidence and it takes a lot of vulnerability to be willing to collaborate with someone and to be agreeing to hang out with someone they don't know. My favorite, you know, I filmed with them twice, which is RJ and Jalen. They are truly the sweetest people. Like, every single person in that family is so sweet. They're also just so easy to film with because I feel like they film very similar style videos to me. So they kind of know the drill, they get it. They're always so helpful when it comes to filming and making sure I get the content that I need. All good things to say about them. You guys should give them a follow if you don't already because I freaking love them. Least favorite person I filmed with? Oof. You know what? I will tell the story because it was quite disrespectful. And as I said, like, I am very grateful for everybody who films with me, but if you disrespect me, then that's on you. So as you guys know, when I do my hang with strangers videos, I film with everybody, okay? I film with guys too. I mean, all the guys I film with know that I have a boyfriend because I'm very public with it as well. I'm not going to purposely do anything flirty to get views with guys. Most of the guys I film with never even cross that boundary either. But there was this one guy, okay? For context, I had actually met this guy prior to filming with him. So I knew the vibes. The vibes were fine. I mean, he knew that I had a boyfriend because I literally talked about it with him and thought it was chill. Like, I thought we were friendly. He seemed like a nice guy. That was not the vibes at all when we filmed. He was trying to be flirty and just say these things, and it made me very uncomfortable in the moment. I just didn't really know what to say because I didn't want to make my guest uncomfortable and say something to make them feel bad. But then, you know what, I was like, you're making me uncomfortable on my own show. And I ended up texting the guy. I was like, why'd you do that? Okay, now this is the final question, which is, what was my worst sex experience? I guess my worst sex experience was my first time. Truly, nothing could ever top that. It lasted 3 seconds. I'm not even kidding. I also just didn't know what was going on. Afterwards, I also felt like shit because he was so mean to me and made me do his laundry for him. So yeah, that really takes the cake. Nothing is worse than that. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I am uncomfortable. I feel a little bit like, ooh, I spilled a lot of tea in this video. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure to comment and let me know what else you want to see from me. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more videos of me and me hanging out with strangers. And I will see you all next Saturday.